Hi guys, Q64 here, and today we're talking about the physical media releases for the month of November and the year 2025. This is the new release wall. And for those of you who are new here, the way I do these videos, we split it into 4 sections. I'm going to talk about the new release movies first, then we'll talk about the Steelbooks, we'll talk about the older movies getting releases, then we'll move on to TV and box sets. Everything will be time-stamped here. We're going to cover a lot of movies coming out this month, but not every single movie. With all that said, let's go ahead and jump into the video. All right, kicking this month off with The Naked Gun on Blu-ray. This is the Liam Neeson, when I say sequel reboot? I don't know what to call this, but regardless, I actually did see this one, and I thought parts of it were very funny, but as with Airplane and the original Naked Gun and that type of humor, it's a lot of jokes kind of flying at you. Some of them land, some of them don't, and it's all very subjective. I thought the movie was fun. It's probably not something I'm going to go back and revisit, but it was fun. I thought it was a fun movie, and it was good to see a comedy come out again, because they're basically like lost unicorns these days. There's a Blu-ray as well as a 4K. Next up, we've got Caught Stealing, which was the Austin Butler, Zoe Kravitz movie. Matt Smith is in this as well. I don't really know how to describe this. I remember when this first came out a couple months ago, I saw the trailer, and I thought it was something that at least piqued my interest, something that I would be interested and checking out, although nobody I know has actually seen this one, but that one is getting a Blu-ray release as well as a 4K release. We've also got Freakier Friday coming out on Blu-ray. No 4K release for this. At least as of filming this, I don't see a 4K option. It's just the Blu-ray only. You would think that with this coming out as like a long-awaited sequel for some people, they would do a 2-pack for this with the first Freaky Friday, or with the remake of Freaky Friday, because this is technically a sequel to the remake. It sounds dumb whenever you say it that way, but that's actually what it is. But anyway, there's no 2-pack, there's no 4K, and even Freaky Friday it was a movie club exclusive, a Disney Movie Club exclusive, if I remember correctly, which means it's out of print and going on eBay probably for like $50. I don't know, I didn't check it, but that's my guess. Probably $50 plus. But that's the way that they wanted to do it. So let's go ahead and move on. We've got Red Sonja coming out. This was the pretty low budget fantasy, sword and sorcery movie based on the comic book character. I have gotten Red Sonja comics over the years, and I wanted to see a movie. I think time is right for a sword and sorcery movie like this, and I think they probably did what they could with the budget. I haven't seen it yet, but it's something that may be a good mid-tier fun movie to check out. As far as I can tell, there's only a Blu-ray option right now. I just have the poster up right now because they don't have any art for it, and I don't know. It's supposed to come out this month. We'll wait and see. We've also got Eden coming out. Now, this was a movie that not too many people even knew came out earlier this year. It was directed by Ron Howard, so you would think that it'd get a little bit more press, but there really wasn't much advertisement put behind this movie. It's definitely one that I kind of want to check out. The premise is interesting. Again, another one that I don't know anybody who's gone to see it, but that one is coming out. Blu-ray only right now. We've also got Primitive War, another kind of independent movie. Is I think Vietnam with Jurassic Park. Another movie done on a very low budget. There's not too many actors you'd probably be familiar with. Tricia Helfer's in this, but honestly, if you watch the trailer, the effects actually look pretty good considering how low budget this movie was. It is supposed to be getting a Blu-ray and a 4K release. So that one's coming out. This is the art that they have right now for it. This may change. I think this was placeholder art, but they may go with this. I don't know. But look, it can't be any worse than Jurassic World Rebirth, because I watched Jurassic World Rebirth the other day, and that movie was not good. So maybe Primitive War is going to be better. I do know a few people who've seen it, and they did like it more than Jurassic World Rebirth. So That's something to be said, to do a dinosaur movie on a low budget like this. But anyway, Primitive War is coming out on 4K. We've also got the Conjuring 4 Last Rites coming out. This is the final Conjuring movie, from my understanding. I've never seen any of them, but this one is coming out. You've got a Blu-ray option as well as a 4K option. Different art there. The 4K option is not dual packed. We've also got Together, which is the Alison Brie, Dave Franco body horror movie. Body horror is not my type of thing. I did actually read the plot synopsis for this because I wanted to know what happened in this movie, even though I didn't want to watch it. Just me. Sometimes I do that when there's a movie that I'm not gonna probably watch, but I'm kind of interested in knowing what happens in it. So I looked it up, and if you're into body horror stuff, this is probably something you might enjoy. It is getting a Blu-ray release as well as a 4K release. We've also got Him coming out. They hyped this up as like a Jordan Peele movie. He's just the producer on this. I don't think he did anything with the writing. The trailer for this, when it first dropped, looked awful to me. And honestly, when I see him, I just think of the Powerpuff Girls villain. That's the first thing I think of.
The only safe way to refer to this King of Darkness is simply him.
Which is funny because that's kind of, I think, what the premise of this is. I don't really know. But anyway, Him is coming out. There's a Blu-ray option as well as a 4K option. We also got The Long Walk coming out. This is a Blu-ray only release. There is no basic 4K. But there is a 4K option, but it's a Steelbook option, which we'll talk about when we get to the Steelbook section. That one is coming out. We've also got Spinal Tap 2, The End Continues, a long-awaited sequel to the first Spinal Tap movie, a sequel that I never thought we would get. It does have a Blu-ray release. Another one, there's no basic 4K. There is a 4K Steelbook option, though. We'll talk about that later. We've also got Downton Abbey, the grand finale. I guess this is the last episode or last movie or whatever for Downton Abbey. There's a Blu-ray option as well as a 4K option. And we got another smaller movie that I wasn't very familiar with, but Splitsville is coming out. I watched the trailer for it. Looks like maybe kind of a weird rom-com. But that one's coming out. The Roses, another one. I watched the trailer for it. It looks kind of like a goofy rom-com, but I haven't seen either of those, nor do I know anybody who has watched them. Both of those are Blu-ray only. And to close out the new release section, we got a movie called Xeno. Think like E.T. meets Xenomorphs. That's kind of what it looks like when you watch the trailer. That's what I got out of it. But that one is coming out as well. So let's go ahead and move on to the Steelbook releases. All right, first up, we've got The Long Walk. Again, we talked about the Blu-ray option in the new release section. There is a 4K. The only way to get the 4K is to get this Steelbook for The Long Walk. That is an Amazon exclusive as well. So that's interesting. So the only way to get this format on 4K is to pre-order through Amazon. So, but we've also got the Conjuring Last Rites 4K Steelbook as well. Same cover art as the basic 4K, which is kind of strange. You know, usually if you do a Steelbook, it has a different design than the other releases. Not very often you're going to see the same exact design on the basic 4K that you do on the Steelbook. Kind of an odd choice. We also got Him, which is not the Powerpuff Girls villain, and also not a Jordan Peele movie, as much as they want to say it's a Jordan Peele movie. He's just the producer on it. And everything I've heard about this has not really been that great. So, but that one is coming out, 4K Steelbook here. We've also got Cheech and Chong's Last Movie, which is getting a Steelbook only release. Now, this is kind of odd. So there's no Blu-ray or basic 4K or any other option for this. And I believe this is a documentary that was released last year. And yeah, the only way to get it is to get this 4K Steelbook. This is what the Steelbook looks like, and then this is what the slip looks like that goes over it. So I always like that when they have like the slip that gives a different look to it. So that's kind of cool. We've also got Spinal Tap 2, The End Continues, getting its 4K option, which is a Steelbook only release. So there's that one. We've also got John Carpenter's Vampires coming out. This is a Blu-ray Steelbook. We've also got The Howling, 4K Steelbook as well. I don't know why they should have probably released Vampires and The Howling last month, before Halloween probably would have been a better option. But so those two are coming out. We also got Dragon Ball Super Broly, which I already own the basic Blu-ray, so I'm probably not gonna upgrade on this. This is a Blu-ray Steelbook. We've also got One Flew Over the Cuckoo's Nest, which is the 50th anniversary of the movie. 4K Steelbook here. Classic movie there with Jack Nicholson. We've also got Renfield getting a Steelbook release. I'm fairly positive I've talked about this in the past, and this is a re-release. I didn't verify that, so... but I'm fairly confident I have seen this Steelbook like last year or something like that. So this may just be a re-release, but I figured I'd throw it in anyway. We've also got U571 4K Steelbook on its 25th anniversary. I've actually never seen this movie. It was added to Netflix or something like that for like 1 month and then taken off. I don't really know what that was about. Kind of odd. But I still haven't gotten around to seeing it. We've also got the Grinch Who Stole Christmas 25th anniversary as well for this one on 4K. There is a basic release. We'll talk about that. So if you don't want to get the Steelbook, that is an option. But a lot of people were kind of disappointed in this because this release does not have the TV cut of the Grinch, which a lot of people grew up on and a lot of people prefer. There's obviously different scenes in the TV cut than in the theatrical cut. And the idea of doing a 25th anniversary and not offering both cuts of the movie is frustrating people. I can foresee many bad reviews incoming on Amazon because it does not have the TV cut. But that one's coming out. We've also got Casino, the 30th anniversary. Steelbook already owned Casino. I believe this is the first time 4K. I'm not 100% sure on that one. I've got the Blu-ray, but that one's coming out, the 30th anniversary that is dual pack. We've also got Pulp Fiction, 4K Steelbook. Again, I've already got the 4K of this, so I'm probably not going to pick this one up. However, this is a reprinted Steelbook from 2022. I recognized it immediately. I was like, this was already released. I was fairly positive. I verified that. It does look like this is the exact same one from 2022. And then we've also got the Blues Brothers. This is the 45th anniversary of the Blues Brothers with its with a different Steelbook here. I've actually got 2 Steelbooks of Blues Brothers already. One of those is this one right here, which was like an art print series that was done. Probably did like 25 different Steelbooks. Actually did a whole video sharing every single Steelbook that was in this set, some of which I have, some of them I don't. And then this other Steelbook that I have. And both of these were Blu-rays, and they're both the exact same disc. It's just a different packaging. So will I get a third Blu-ray Blues Brothers Steelbook? I don't know. Probably not, but we'll have to wait and see. But that one is coming out. We've also got Attack on Titan Final Season Steelbook coming out as well. And then we've got the 10 Commandments. Now, this is one I actually kind of want to get. This released on 4K a few years back, so the 4K has been out a little while, but this is a pretty cool looking Steelbook in my opinion. Obviously a classic movie, 65th anniversary for this one. Charlton Heston classic. And the last Steelbook we're going to talk about is The Descent, and it is getting a release here. This is on 4K. However, this is a Lionsgate limited release, which means the only way to get it is through the Lionsgate limited website. As always, and I say this all the time, seems like I say this every month, Lionsgate consistently puts out the best Steelbooks. I mean, look at this thing. I love this slip. You take the slip off. Look at this. This is just a great design. I love it. I love it.
I like it a lot.
All right, so that concludes the Steelbooks. Let's go ahead and move on to the older releases. First up, we've got U571 getting its basic 4K. We talked about the Steelbook in the Steelbook section. This one is dual pack for the basic 4K. I do really want to get that one. I do want to check that one out. We've also got How the Grinch Stole Christmas getting its basic 4K. If you don't want to get the Steelbook, there is that option. It is dual packed, but again, doesn't have the TV cut of the movie, so a lot of people are probably going to be irritated about that. We've also got the basic release for One Flew Over the Cuckoo's Nest. Again, we talked about that in the Steelbook section. is getting a basic 4K option. However, the basic 4K is not dual packed, whereas the Steelbook is dual packed. We also got the 20th anniversary of Rent coming out, the musical. I'm not a big musical guy, but I have seen Rent. And I can't believe it's been 20 years since that movie came out. But that one's getting a 4K release. I believe it's a first time ever 4K for this one as well. We also got Pride and Prejudice, the 20th anniversary of this movie. Another first time 4K here. This one is dual packed. We've also got Out of Africa with Robert Redford. Rest in peace, Robert Redford. I've actually never seen Out of Africa, but honestly, it's a movie I remember hearing about every once in a while, but I don't think I've ever caught it on streaming, and I don't really remember catching it in any of the stores, seeing any physical media of it, but that one is coming out. We also got Coda coming on 4K. This movie is from 2022. It was only released in Blu-ray format when it released. Studios do that a lot of times. They'll release it on Blu-ray, and then like a year or two later, they'll give you the 4K. I know that irritates collectors, but anyway, that one is getting a 4K release. Not very familiar with this movie at all. All right, moving on to some Shout and Scream Factory stuff. We've got Spotlight coming out. This is the 10th anniversary 4K. I believe this is a first time 4K. I'm not 100% sure. I didn't verify that, but I think it is. That one is dual packed. We've also got Snowden, another one that's dual packed here from Shout, and this one I do know is a first time 4K. We've also got Beastmaster on 4K, a classic cheesy movie. I remember watching this on TV back in the day whenever I was a kid. I haven't seen it since then, but that one's coming out. And then we also got a Better Tomorrow trilogy coming to 4K as well. Hong Kong Cinema Classics. Not familiar with this one at all, but that one is coming out. We've also got from Arrow, one that I'm very excited about, The Mask. I am excited about The Mask. I have pre-ordered The Mask. It's a nice chunky box set for what Arrow does with some of their newer stuff. It looks good. I've been waiting for The Mask to come to 4K. I do have it on Blu-ray. It looks, it's a 2-pack with Dumb and Dumber, and it's not the best picture quality. So and Arrow does really good transfers. So we'll have to wait and see how that looks. But I'm looking forward to this one. Right now it's on Amazon. You can pre-order for like $33, which is not bad when you see what all it comes with. That's cheaper than some of the Steelbooks that have been going. So I'm really excited about The Mask. It's a classic for me. I remember watching it on TV all the time.
Spoken!
We've also got from Arrow Outland, which is a Sean Connery movie. And I actually had only heard about this movie for the first time 2 years ago. I had backed a movie that was put out. It was like a Kickstarter movie, a documentary called In Search of Tomorrow. I do get the physical copy here. And it's a 4 hours of sci-fi from the 1980s. Obviously, sci-fi is my favorite genre. This was obviously right up my alley. A fun 4 hours. I did split it up. I didn't watch all 4 hours together. And I did do a whole video talking about this. But I found out about Outland from this documentary. So I do not own it. So I may be picking this one up too. I may be picking up 2 Arrow movies this month, which doesn't happen very often. I'm not really a big boutique label guy. Like I just get the movies that I want. Usually it's the ones I don't have. I don't really like to upgrade unless it's a specific movie, something like The Mask. But I don't even own Outland, so I may be getting 2 Arrow movies. We've also got Red Planet. So looks like Red Planet and Outland. We've got 2 sci-fi movies from Arrow coming out, so that's kind of fun. I actually just bought Red Planet 2 months ago on Blu-ray. It'll pop up on a collection video update here probably next week or so. And I've never seen it though, but I did just pick up the Blu-ray, so I probably won't be picking up the 4K because I have no idea if I like the movie yet or not. But that's cool. That's cool. Some good releases from Arrow this month. We also got from Kino, we've got Paul.
Hi, I'm Paul.
It's kind of a fun, goofy comedy. I've only seen it once. I thought it was funny enough. However, I didn't think it was as good as Simon Pegg and Nick Frost's trilogy. I didn't think it was as good as Shaun of the Dead or At World's End. Definitely not as funny as Hot Fuzz. Hot Fuzz is like one of my all-time favorite comedies. But that doesn't mean it's not worth a watch. I thought it was fun, even though I do not like Seth Rogen's voice. I do not. That's just me. And we've also got the Death Wish collection with, looks like 5 Death Wish movies. I didn't realize there were that many Death Wish movies, but anyway, from Kino, all Blu-ray there. Another collection. We've got the Airport 4K collection. They did some kind of slow drip with these releases for these airport movies because they released them individually first on 4K, and now they're releasing the 4K. I hate that. Look, this is not a series or whatever that I really cared or was going to pick up. I do own I think I own 2 of these airport movies. I want to say I own the Concorde and the first airport movie. Regardless, it's not one that I was going to pick up, but if I was interested in this, I would be super irritated if I picked up the individual 4Ks and then I found out they were going to come out with a single collection with all of them for cheaper, just a month, 2 months later. It's crazy. But anyway, moving on from whinging, let's move on to the Criterion collection. We've got the Breakfast Club, which I was very surprised to see Criterion be putting out. Some of these boutique labels, like this month with The Mask and some of this other stuff, is stuff that I'm interested in. Usually a lot of the boutique labels are movies that I just never heard of or just don't have a super interest in owning anyway. But yeah, Breakfast Club, classic movie, great movie, first time on 4K. Criterion's putting it out, so that's solid. I already own it, but I own it on Blu-ray. We've also got Hell's Angels coming out. This is the 1930 Howard Hughes movie. The first time I heard about this movie was in The Aviator, this bottom movie here in this Martin Scorsese 3-pack. The Howard Hughes movie with Leonardo DiCaprio playing Howard Hughes. And a section towards the beginning of the movie is him filming Hell's Angels. So when I saw this was coming out on Criterion, and I've never seen it, this may be one I pick up as well. It seems like this month is definitely boutique labels for me, for my pickups, more so than the new releases or even the Steelbooks. So I'm kind of looking forward to picking that one up, and I really like the cover art. I think the cover art's great. Eyes Wide Shut, another Criterion movie. This one's from 1999. One I've never seen. I know it's kind of a trippy movie. One day I may get around to checking it out. We've also got from Criterion Burden of Dreams, a movie I'm not very familiar with, from 1982. And then we've got Elle from 1953. Another one I'm not familiar with. When I see Elle, I just think of Kal-El because I'm a geek, I guess, and that's the first thing that comes to my mind. But regardless, that concludes the older releases. Let's go ahead and move on to the TV and box sets. All right, first box set up is the Luc Besson 9-film collection. This has some pretty good movies. I do like some of Luc Besson's movies. I've not seen all of them. Obviously, some classics here with Leon the Professional. My favorite, Fifth Element. I love Fifth Element. There's The Messenger, the Story of Joan of Arc, La Femme Nikita, bunch of movies in this. What's weird is that it doesn't include like some of his other. So, for instance, Valerian. For some reason, this movie's not included in this list. Now, granted, this movie was a box office bomb, and maybe not too many people remember it, but I thought the movie was okay. It was miscast horribly. The 2 leads were horribly miscast. With different casting choices, I think this movie would have been a Fifth Element kind of cult movie over time. But because I think there's some really interesting stuff in the movie as a sci-fi person. But anyway, that one's not included in this for some reason. But there are some other good movies included here. I like the design of the box set. If you look at it, it kind of is tilted and then opens up. You've got all of them individually packed. I am a huge fan of this packaging. I think this is a really cool design. This would be good to like set on top of your movie shelf, and individually packaged stuff is always a preference. We've also got the Conjuring 4-film collection on Blu-ray. There's no 4K collection, at least as of filming this. I don't see a 4K option for all 4 films. There's just the Blu-ray option. But hey, at least that is an option. for the 4 Conjuring movies. We've also got a Shudder collection with several horror movies from Shudder, ones I'm not very familiar with because, again, I'm not really that big of a horror guy. I am familiar with Late Night with the Devil. That one I do know. I've heard of Skinamarink and Mad God. So some of these I've heard about, but I've never seen any of them. But anyway, that one is coming out. You can see it's a Digibooks thing, so obviously not as nice as the Luc Besson collection box, but that option is coming out, and it's good that Shudder's putting out physical media for the people who like those movies. And we've also got a documentary. This is kind of in the style of a BBC documentary, but it's not a BBC documentary narrated by Tom Hanks. This is the Americas. It's got a Blu-ray release as well as a 4K release. I'm not really sure how many episodes or the runtime of this. I believe this released, I want to say this had released already, but maybe they released the trailer a little while ago and I just forgot it. But anyway, I do know this is the first time it's coming out on physical media. So that one's coming out. We've also got the Yellowstone Complete series coming out. Looks like it's got some cheap box. I was a big fan of Yellowstone the first few seasons. I own the first 3 seasons. The last season I was not a fan of. I can't say that I would recommend getting the complete series. But those first few seasons were pretty good. They're also asking $104 for it, which I think is overpriced in my opinion, especially if they're going to give you cheap packaging like this. All of these discs are probably wedged into like crappy trays. We've also got My Hero Academia Season 7 Part 2 coming out. Part 1 released a few months back, if I remember correctly. If you want to pick up these, you can. They have been releasing them in parts each season. But if you wait a little bit, what Walmart's been doing is they put out like Walmart exclusive complete seasons. So I just got this one in, and I want to say I paid like $30 for this one. Just for part 2 by itself, I think is like $40. So to get like a complete season in the newest releases, buying them in parts, you're going to pay like $80 or something like that to get those. Whereas if you want to like wait and hold out, you can wait till Walmart puts out the complete ones, because that's what I did with all the previous releases as well. We've also got Rick and Morty Season 8 coming out. I can't believe they're already on Season 8. I stopped watching this show seasons ago. I want to say Season 4 was the last one I watched, maybe Season 5. But that's still chugging along. We've also got 2.5 Men coming to Blu-ray, all 12 seasons. I thought that they already released this, the complete series on Blu-ray, but I didn't see it listed. I didn't see it anywhere previously, so I guess I was incorrect. So maybe this is the first time the complete series of 2.5 Men's being released, all 12 seasons. We've also got Ted Lasso, The Richmond Way, getting a 4K release. They did do a complete series Blu-ray release last year, I want to say. This was an Apple TV show. It looks like Warner Brothers is putting this one out. I wish Apple TV would put out more stuff, because there's several shows on Apple TV that I want to get physical media releases. Dark Matter, for one. I really want Dark Matter physically released. But anyway, Ted Lasso is coming out. We've got another Apple TV show, The Morning Show, Season 1 and 2. I believe those are the only 2 seasons that they put out. They're asking $100 for it. $100 for 2 seasons. It's insane.
I feel like I'm taking crazy pills.
Am I missing something? Like 6 episodes or something like that per season? There's like 12 or 13 episodes. This is just insane. $100. I don't know how well that's going to sell at $100. We also got, looks like a Reba McEntire TV show, Happy's Place. That one's coming out on Blu-ray. We got Downton Abbey. The Ultimate Legacy Collection has 3 movies and 6 television seasons. So I guess this is everything, that Downton Abbey's put out. It's on Blu-ray. It is an Amazon exclusive set. Pretty fancy. Looks like it's got a book and a fold out and everything like that. So pretty cool release if you're into Downton Abbey. And that concludes the new releases for the month of November in the year 2025. Again, I didn't cover everything here. Let me know what you guys are looking forward to picking up the most this month. For me, it's definitely The Mask, I think, from Arrow, Outland from Arrow, and the Breakfast Club on 4K is pretty enticing. The Steelbooks were kind of underwhelming this month, and there was a lot of new releases, but no big new releases coming out. So it was kind of a little bit of a mixed bag this month, a little bit of an odd mismatch. But there's some cool stuff coming out next month that has already been announced. We'll talk about that next month when December rolls around. But with all that said, I do want to thank everybody for sticking around on this video. Thank you, subscribers. All of you are awesome. And if you like this video, please like, comment, share, subscribe, do all the YouTube stuff or don't. I'm not a beggar. I'm Geetrue64, and I'll always tell you the truth.